Hi, I'm Heather Warlick, and today I'm visiting with Malena Lott. Malena is an Oklahoma City author, and her newest book, Dating Da Vinci, is in bookstores right now. And so we're going to talk about Dating Da Vinci today. But first, I also want to show your first book, The Stork Reality, which you had published 2 years ago.
That's right.
And it's out in bookstores also. So, Dating Da Vinci, it's a tale of love, longing, and la dolce vita.
La dolce vita, that's right. It means the sweet life.
Sweet life. Well, I loved the book, by the way.
Thank you.
I read it, I usually do my reading, in bed right before I go to sleep. And it was actually one of those that would keep me up late. So
good.
That's
I'm
a very
so
good
glad
thing.
to hear that. That's always what an author wants to hear.
Sometimes, you read a book to help you sleep. This one actually kept me awake. So.
All right. I like that. Like to hear that.
The story is about Ramona, and she's recovering from the loss of her husband 2 years ago.
Right.
And she's a linguist. She teaches immigrants to speak English.
That's right.
And she ends up meeting Da Vinci. So tell us about, I would like to know, first of all, is Ramona at all, does she have any qualities that you share? Are you anything like Ramona?
Well, actually, Ramona and I are the same age, so she's 36, and of course she wasn't when I first wrote it, because you always write about 2 years ahead of when the book comes out.
Oh.
So I was just thinking that I wanted, a woman in her mid-30s, someone that had really thought that she had her life together. She'd met someone, Joel, an architect, who she thought was her soulmate. They had 2 beautiful boys, so really had things together, and then he suddenly died of a heart attack. And so the book picks up 2 years after his death, and she's still really, knee-deep in heavy grief, but yet she teaches English to immigrants, and she really feels like that she has the most in common with them, because they have come over to America to try to start a new life, and what courage they have to come into an environment that's so different. And so she meets Leonardo da Vinci as a 25-year-old Italian immigrant, very handsome, and he just has this big zest for life and passion, and she really thinks, wow, I want to feel that again. I want to feel happy and joyful. And so the whole book then is really her journey to happiness again.
Okay. So how did you dream up the character of Da Vinci, and why did you choose to call him Leonardo da Vinci?
Well, I am a huge Da Vinci fan. I mean, the real Da Vinci. And I used to own an advertising agency, and I read all these books on Da Vinci because he, of course, was so creative. And I'd read a book that named him the #1 genius, and I thought, I really want to get to know more about what he did, because, of course, he was not just an artist. He was also an architect and a war strategist, and even an event planner. He even planned a wedding. And so, I thought that'd be great for someone that, and of course the Renaissance, and I liked that analogy too, because she really is, a Renaissance means awakening, and that's really where Ramona is in her life. So what I did is made Da Vinci, a handsome young person, but yet he also shares a lot of the qualities with the real Da Vinci. He's interested in lots of different things and does temp jobs and that sort of thing.
Okay. And then there's also a lot of other kind of fun characters. Ramona's sister is a workout queen on TV, and she's pretty hilarious, really self-centered, and just really selfish person. And then her best friend, is it Anne? Is that okay?
Anne.
Yeah, Anne. And anyway, we don't want to give away any of the end, but I will tell you that towards the end, well, at the very last of the book, I ended up, it's one of those books that just makes you kind of, you're laughing, but you're crying at the same time, and it makes you love your significant other even more.
Good.
Which is kind of unique for it is kind of a romance novel in a way, it's got a lot of different themes, but I think it's kind of unique for a romance novel to leave you feeling closer to someone that you love.
Right. Well, and that's definitely what I intended. What makes me so happy is when people read books, and a lot of the reviewers have said, what you said, they laughed and cried, but it left them feeling uplifted. And that's really what I want is for, if women that read it can find a way to have a little bit more joy in their life and appreciate their significant others, I think that's a great thing.
A little more la dolce vita.
Getting la dolce vita,
yes.
exactly.
Well, tell us, you've got some events coming up to promote the book.
I do, yes. Yes. Next week is my official launch week, and so I have 3 events locally. On Wednesday is the launch party at Full Circle Books, which is at 50 Penn Place.
Okay.
So come by after work. It's 5:30 to 7:30. We'll have refreshments. Italian wine will be served. And then the next night is a girls' night out event at Bravo Cucina, which is at Penn and Memorial. We've got that back room there, so we can have about 50 people. And I actually invited a life coach, Mary Tucker, to do a short presentation on how women can cultivate La Dolce Vita. And then I'll also be selling the book and discuss the book as well there. So please RSVP through my website on that one. But then also open to the public in Edmond, Best of Books is a wonderful independent bookstore over on Danforth. So hope everyone can come out and meet me and get the book for themselves or Christmas gifts.
Yes, it would make a great Christmas gift. When I was reading it, I was also thinking this would be a great movie.
Oh, thank you. I would love that. I
wonder who can you envision playing Da Vinci?
Oh, I don't know. It's one of those things where I think Da Vinci would probably be, an Italian unknown.
Yes.
Just, hot young guy. But yeah, that would be really great.
Yeah. Well, we'll look for it in the theaters too then.
Yes,
all
right. That would be wonderful.
Dating Da Vinci by Malena Lott. And if you have a chance to run out to the bookstore, grab one because it's a great book. And thanks for being here,
Thanks
Malena.
so much, Heather. I appreciate it.